Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Okay, so some things we buy on Temu are good, some not so good. Some of the things I can report as really good is my scissors here. Awesome, super sharp, and really impressed with them for the money. Another thing I bought off Temu, which I was pretty impressed with, was my key reader, which $10 I'm turning into a nice key reader. Really cool. I'm happy with that. All right, so some of the other purchases I've been late to report upon is this one here. Now, for all of you that don't know what this is, and you're probably wondering, what is that? What is that? You know, it looks like a bag that holds a set of tennis shoes or something. Well, it's better than that. All right, let's have a look. So I bought this off Temu, and don't worry, if you're busy buying all your automotive tools because you think that doing automotive car keys is what's going to make you into a millionaire and you're struggling for cash, don't worry. On Temu, you've got pay in full, okay? And it gets better than that. If you want to open a car with this, you've now got open in for, because look, they've got a big easy tool here that comes in these little tiny pieces. Now I don't know, because I haven't used this, if it's as effective as like a 7mm mild steel pole that's covered in a, powder coated in a glow in the dark type reflective coating. I don't know if it's as good as that, but we'll see. So here we go. Temu, car opening tools, open in full. Now, I just want to say, you get these little tools here. Little tools, here we go. Little tools. They are kind of cute. And they've got like a little bit of, they've been dunked in this stuff here, so it's got this nice little rubbery handle there. So you can do like assembling it, see? Cool little tools. Just put them aside there. And then we've got our four, well, I guess you could call them standoff nuts because you can screw from both sides, 4 of them. All right, now let's have a look at this tool. So they've dunked this tool again in this like electrical plastic type tape to give it a little bit of grip and a nice round feel. It's made out of stainless steel. Doesn't feel too bad. Let's just get the diameter of this bad boy. All right, we're at 6mm, and with our little standoff nuts, we're about 7mm, okay? So we're about the sort of range, maybe a little bit 1mm thinner than what a Big Easy would be. But is this easier than the Big Easy? Because you can actually, pack it up, put it over your shoulder like a handbag, and take it on a flight or take it wherever it is. For some of those backpackers that want to start doing locksmithing work, this might be for you. Okay, so I'm just assembling it now, and it's assembling actually really, really well. Yeah, no, that's going on quite nice now. Alright, so where were we? Okay, moving on now. Let's go here. So we have the handle and 2 sections all together. Now you notice these little squish downs here with a little bit of thing. They should fit this. Oh, and they do, actually quite nicely. So that just allows you to use your little thing here like this, and then keep extending the tool. It's getting bigger. Alright, so we're on our last one now. To be honest with you, I don't think you need these. Okay. Alright, so it's now assembled, and what I didn't do was I didn't grab myself a tape measure. Let's grab a tape measure and see how long this bad boy is. Okay. Because this is important. In actual fact, it's 5 foot. I could put this into a car and get 1550 mils long. Okay, just for reference, 1550, which is quite surprisingly long. As you can see, the hook right here, it's got the bends in it. Okay, you come along, you've got your tightening section, you got your tightening section, you got your tightening section, and then you're at the handle. Because the camera, I'm limited on what I can kind of show you in one shot, but you're looking at 1550 long. So if you're going from where the red is here, 1550 long, which is actually surprisingly longer than expected. Look, I won't poo-poo this tool because, this might be the sort of tool that you might use to actually reach down and grab a boot release button or something like that. I'm not overly confident with the join sections, to be honest with you. Whether or not they bend, they snap. A lot of these tools do get a bit of a bend going as well, so I don't know whether or not you're going to get many uses out of it, but that's the tool all the same. We've got like our shoehorn here to get down the window. It's got a very fine point in it. It looks like it's made out of some 3D printed plastic. It looks okay. Looks okay. It looks like it'll work. Looks solid enough. We have what looks like a window tinting tool here, and I guess this is just, something they kind of throw in. I'm guessing you'd use that on the rubber just to get the start on the rubber and then just come through with this. But yeah, I don't know. Some instructions to go with. You can see this person pulling on the door handle as if they're trying to reef the door handle off. And you can also see this person here, who's standing outside the car because they're locked out. And that's what a lockout person looks like. They've got their hand on the window. They look very disconcerted, looking in at the window. Other lockout people generally grab the hold of the handle and put their foot on the side panel and try and pull the handle as hard as they can. As you can see that, what a good illustration that is. All right, and then you've got how to install, and you've got what looks to be red style and a black style. Well, there's only the red style in here. We also do have some instructions here on how to get the wedge into the side and how to pump it. The wedge is generally in the right spot, but this air wedge is not. This number 4 is okay. This number 5 is okay. Very crude instructions. Showing you what to go for, a handle or picking up the keys from the passenger seat. This little tool seems to be used from the inside, so I'm not sure if that's to repair all the damage from where you do that, but that's cool. We've also got some trim tools here. So see these trim tools? They're for other functions. And we've got number 9, which has got me baffled. That looks to be a kite in a tree, and they're using this big car opening tool to retrieve that. So that might be an extra function that you might want out of your car opening toolkit that comes in like pocket size, handbag size pocket car opening tools. You can retrieve kites. It might be something to add to your arsenal of jobs that you can offer, and that might bring in a few extra dollars. Also, we've got a drain here, and this big tool is going down the drain for something, I don't know. Look, I've seen people drop keys down drains, so I'm not going to discard that as being, an optional tool to do that. You've got some instructions here coming through in multiple, hang on, that's English, DE, ES, French, Italian, JP, SE, CZ, flipping over, DK, okay, Arab, NL, GR, PT. Okay, so you got instructions on all different stuff here. But kite retrieving service is something that you might want to add to your list of skills that you offer the general public as a professional. All right, so all these car trim tools, they are exactly that, car trim tools, used to basically get trims off doors, the door cards as we call them. So these ones here I've used quite a lot. They come in handy. They're plastic, so they don't actually score the metal or break too much or scratch too much, so they're actually quite handy. These ones are quite good for just digging out the trims around the radio and stuff like that. They're good. All right, moving on. Another like window tinting type tool. I'm not sure how you're going to use this professionally, but it's there. I guess they make this stuff in bulk, and it's just like, well, let's just throw in some trim tools and let's just throw in some window tinting tools, and that will really help these people with this lockout kit. All right, so under here we have packaged nicely an air wedge. Now, it's not really one that would come out of the bag. Here's our air wedge. Okay, so on fairness, there's no sharp edges on this side which gets inserted, so that's a plus. There's a card in there as well, so that's a plus as well. We have our pumper, and it seems to be working quite reasonable. I'll just go nice and tight, because you know that when you're doing it on a door, you have to go nice and tight. Something might just pop off here. Come on, come on. Ugh. Okay, and we've got it at full strength there, as much as I can do it, and nothing's popping off. So I'm reasonably happy with that. Does it deflate? Okay, with a little bit of persistence, it will deflate. So that's a pass. That's cool. They also included a secondary. Now I must say this is better than the other lockout kit that I reviewed 10 or 15 years ago. The tools are much more usable, and they've also included other stuff. So this door wedge or air wedge is generally what I would use to raise a door. I wouldn't use it for a car opening, mainly because of these sharp edges. You're going to rip the rubber. This one doesn't have the card inside, so it's not really designed for that. But I think because they mass produce things, they just throw it in there anyway, and you get these extra tools, and they fit all nicely into this automotive lockout toolkit / handbag. They really do, so that's cool. All right, so that works as well. Yeah, honestly, it's for lifting doors, lifting windows. It's not for that. All right, now the last tool on our list, because we've gone through everything. Oh, we even got a spare one of these. That's a spare too. These little tools here, I don't know. All right, so this tool here. Now this is reasonably good. You know, you can use this, but not for automotive locksmithing. Well, actually, it is designed for automotive locksmithing, but nobody ever uses it for that. So the way this works is that you pull these two balls apart, and it gets tighter on this end. So you would put this around a button, you could say, if you can get it in there like a button, pull it tight, and away you go. Most people just use packing tape. The reason I like this tool is because you can use it. You can use it for domestic, and you can use it on a handle, lever handle or something, and it works quite well for that because you can get it between a door and then just pull. As for releasing it, you can't really sort of release it too good because you're pushing cable through like a very small hole. It did work there, but yeah, it's not. It's more of a tighten on and then you're kind of stuck. There was something going on here. Got some sort of miniature small key ring on there. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. Look, not a bad little tool to have. It does work. You know, I would use this to get into a foyer door more than I'd use it to get into a car. You know, because packing tape is more sufficient. All right, let's give you a length on this one too, just as an idea. Get around the corner here. Here we go. Okay, so we are at about 570 mil. But anyway, that's an extra tool. So if you do manage to get this in, I don't know if it's going to be even long enough to get down to where the button is. You might have to go on the side, not straight down. It would have been better if it was longer, but it is what it is. And look, for the money that you're paying for this lockout kit, like 50, 60 bucks, look, it is what it is. It's not the worst in the world. And even just this tool here, like for retrieving kites, I mean, the profit margin on retrieving kites is just astronomical. So you're definitely going to make your money back on this one. Or some of that drain work that, you know, you could be digging down on that drain like that. As far as opening cars, yeah, well, maybe that might be the tool that you use to get down to a boot release on a Camry or something. I don't know. I mean, that is one that requires quite a long pole for. As far as the bending it and stuff, as soon as you start bending this, you're going to pretty much cook it. You can see size of that thread there. It wouldn't take much for a couple of bends and this tool would be all over Red Rover. But it is quite long, surprisingly quite long, and whether or not you can do some of these tricks which we normally do with the Big Easy, I don't know. You can definitely you know, kind of reach in quite a distance. That's about the only benefit I can kind of see. As far as bending it, I don't know. I wouldn't give it a try. I think it'd be broken before you knew it if you try to bend it. But for the money, it's something. Can it work? Yes. Would you use it every day as a professional? Probably not. I mean, I'd use this air wedge every day. Yeah, I'd use that. I'd use these tools every day. Yeah. This one here, yeah, I guess that can be used too. This one here, I'd use it for different purposes. I won't go through in depth, but yeah, I'd use that for different purposes. Wouldn't be automotive. And yeah, just kite retrieval. Kite retrieval would pay this tool off in one little job. So for all those people who are interested in going out and doing car locks and all the rest, maybe this is a toolkit for you. I just bought it cheap on Temu and thought I'd give everybody a look at it, and you could have your say on it as well. What do you like? Do you like the trim tools? Do you like the window tinting? Do you like the air wedge? Or do you like the wedge that pushes the use for resetting doors? What about this tool? Nobody's given this tool a name yet. So what is it, the pulley thing, or the lassoop, the tubular lassoop, or what's a medical term? Because it does kind of look like something you'd shove up somebody's coider and pull. It does. Oh, that's what that little thing is for, so you don't pull it all the way through. Isn't that cool? Learn something new every day. But yeah, it does look like a surgical type tool where it grabs onto like a tumor or something and then pulls it and then... So anyway, maybe somebody would know the technical term for the 2-ball surgical car opening tool. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.